Question 1. What is the capital city of the UK? A. Manchester. B. Edinburgh. C. London. D. Cardiff. Answer. C. London. London is the capital city of the United Kingdom. Question 2. Who is the current monarch of the United Kingdom? A. Queen Elizabeth II. B. King Charles III. C. Queen Victoria. D. King George VI. Answer. B. King Charles III. King Charles III is the current monarch of the United Kingdom. Question 3. In what year did the Battle of Hastings take place? A. 1066. B. 1215. C. 1415. D. 1588. Answer. A. 1066. The Battle of Hastings took place in the year 1066. Question 4. Who is the Prime Minister of the UK as of the latest election? A. Boris Johnson. B. David Cameron. C. Theresa May. D. Liz Truss. Answer. The answer will vary depending on the current date and political circumstances. Question 5. What are the names of the two houses of the UK Parliament? A. The Senate and the House of Representatives. B. The House of Commons and the House of Lords. C. The Legislative Assembly and the Senate. D. The National Assembly and the Senate. Answer. B. The House of Commons and the House of Lords. The two houses of the UK Parliament are the House of Commons and the House of Lords. Question 6. What is the significance of the Magna Carta? A. It granted independence to Scotland. B. It established the principles of democracy. C. It limited the powers of the king and established legal rights. D. It marked the beginning of the British Empire. Answer. C. It limited the powers of the king and established legal rights. The Magna Carta is significant for limiting the powers of the king and establishing legal rights. Question 7. When is St. George's Day celebrated? A. March 17. B. April 23. C. June 24. D. November 30. Answer. B. April 23. St. George's Day is celebrated on April 23. Question 8. Name one of the longest reigning monarchs in British history. A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. Queen Victoria. C. Queen Elizabeth II. D. King Henry VIII. Answer. C. Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II is one of the longest reigning monarchs in British history. Question 9. What is the legal voting age in the UK? A. 16. B. 18. C. 21. D. 25. Answer. B. 18. The legal voting age in the UK is 18. Question 10. What flower is associated with Scotland? A. Rose. B. Thistle. C. Daffodil. D. Shamrock. Answer. B. Thistle. The flower associated with Scotland is the thistle. Question 11. Who was the Prime Minister during World War II? A. Winston Churchill. B. Neville Chamberlain. C. Clement Attlee. D. Tony Blair. Answer. A. Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill was the Prime Minister during World War II. Question 12. What are the 4 countries that make up the United Kingdom? A. England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland. B. England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. C. England, Scotland, Ireland and Brittany. D. England, Wales, Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. Answer: B. England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. The 4 countries that make up the United Kingdom are England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. Question 13. Describe the role of the House of Lords. A. To make and enforce laws. B. To review and suggest amendments to legislation proposed by the House of Commons. C. To elect the Prime Minister. D. To represent the EU in the UK. Answer: B. To review and suggest amendments to legislation proposed by the House of Commons. The role of the House of Lords is to review and suggest amendments to legislation proposed by the House of Commons. Question 14. When did the UK join the European Union? A. 1952. B. 1967. C. 1973. D. 1986. Answer: C. 1973. The UK joined the European Union in 1973. Question 15. What is the national anthem of the United Kingdom? A. Rule Britannia. B. Jerusalem. C. God Save the Queen/King. D. Land of Hope and Glory. Answer: C. God Save the Queen/King. The national anthem of the United Kingdom is God Save the Queen or God Save the King, depending on the monarch's gender. Question 16. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the UK? A. Margaret Thatcher. B. Theresa May. C. Indira Gandhi. D. Angela Merkel. Answer: A. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the first female Prime Minister of the UK. Question 17. What is the significance of Remembrance Day? A. To celebrate the UK's independence. B. To mark the start of World War II. C. To remember those who have died in wars. D. To celebrate the signing of the Magna Carta. Answer: C. To remember those who have died in wars. Remembrance Day is significant for remembering those who have died in wars. Question 18. Where is the official residence of the Prime Minister? A. Buckingham Palace. B. 10 Downing Street. C. Windsor Castle. D. The Tower of London. Answer: B. 10 Downing Street. The official residence of the Prime Minister is 10 Downing Street. Question 19. What is the minimum age for jury service in the UK? A. 16. B. 18. C. 21. D. 25. Answer: B. 18. The minimum age for jury service in the UK is 18. Question 20. Who is considered the national poet of Scotland? A. William Shakespeare. B. Robert Burns. C. Dylan Thomas. D. Seamus Heaney. Answer: B. Robert Burns. Robert Burns is considered the national poet of Scotland. Question 21. What is the purpose of the National Insurance Number? A. To vote in elections. B. To pay taxes and access social security benefits. C. To register for health care. D. To apply for a driver's license. Answer: B. To pay taxes and access social security benefits. The purpose of the national insurance number is to pay taxes and access social security benefits. Question 22. Name a famous British scientist who made significant contributions to the theory of evolution. A. Isaac Newton. B. Albert Einstein. C. Charles Darwin. D. Stephen Hawking. Answer: C. Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin is a famous British scientist known for his significant contributions to the theory of evolution. Question 23. What is the title given to the heir apparent of the throne? A. Duke of Edinburgh. B. Prince of Wales. C. Earl of Wessex. D. Baron of Greenwich. Answer: B. Prince of Wales. The title given to the heir apparent of the throne is the Prince of Wales. Question 24. When did women gain the right to vote in the UK? A. 1918. B. 1928. C. 1944. D. 1969. Answer: A. 1918. Women gained the right to vote in the UK in 1918. Question 25. Who was the author of Hamlet? A. Jane Austen. B. William Shakespeare. C. Charles Dickens. D. Geoffrey Chaucer. Answer: B. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was the author of Hamlet. Question 26. What event is commemorated by Guy Fawkes Night? A. The end of the English Civil War. B. The restoration of the monarchy. C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. D. The Battle of Britain. Answer: C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Guy Fawkes Night commemorates the Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Question 27. What is the significance of the Stone of Destiny? A. It's where the UK's monarchs are crowned. B. It's a symbol of Scotland's independence. C. It was used in the coronation of Scottish, English and British monarchs. D. It marks the centre of London. Answer: C. It was used in the coronation of Scottish, English and British monarchs. The Stone of Destiny is significant because it was used in the coronation of Scottish, English and British monarchs. Question 28. Name one British Nobel Prize winner in literature. A. Winston Churchill. B. J. R. Tolkien. C. Kazuo Ishiguro. D. Charles Dickens. Answer: C. Kazuo Ishiguro. Kazuo Ishiguro is a British Nobel Prize winner in literature. Question 29. What is the minimum legal age for marriage in the UK? A. 16. B. 18. C. 21. D. 16 with parental consent, 18 without. Answer: D. 16 with parental consent, 18 without. The minimum legal age for marriage in the UK is 16 with parental consent and 18 without. Question 30. What landmark agreement was signed between England and Scotland in 1707? A. The Magna Carta. B. The Act of Union. C. The Treaty of Edinburgh. D. The Anglo-Scottish Treaty. Answer: B. The Act of Union. The landmark agreement signed between England and Scotland in 1707 was the Act of Union. Question 31. What is the tallest building in the UK? A. The Shard. B. 1 Canada Square. C. BT Tower. D. The Gherkin. Answer A. The Shard. The tallest building in the UK is the Shard. Question 32. Name the UK charity that focuses on the preservation of historical sites and natural beauty. A. The British Red Cross. B. The National Trust. C. Save the Children UK. D. Oxfam GB. Answer B. The National Trust. The UK charity that focuses on the preservation of historical sites and natural beauty is the National Trust. Question 33. What does the term the Commonwealth refer to? A. A political union between England and Scotland. B. The European Union. C. A voluntary association of 54 independent countries. D. The United Nations. Answer C. A voluntary association of 54 independent countries. The term the Commonwealth refers to a voluntary association of 54 independent countries. Question 34. Who designed St. Paul's Cathedral? A. Christopher Wren. B. I. M. Pei. C. Frank Lloyd Wright. D. Antony Gaudí. Answer A. Christopher Wren. Sir Christopher Wren designed St. Paul's Cathedral. Question 35. What was the primary purpose of the Domesday Book? A. To record the results of a census. B. To list all the laws of England. C. To catalogue the estates and resources of England for tax purposes. D. To map the geographic features of England. Answer C. To catalogue the estates and resources of England for tax purposes. The primary purpose of the Domesday Book was to catalogue the estates and resources of England for tax purposes. Question 36. How often are general elections held in the UK? A. Every 4 years. B. Every 5 years. C. When the Prime Minister decides. D. Every 6 years. Answer B. Every 5 years. General elections are held in the UK every 5 years. Question 37. What is the highest civilian award for bravery in the UK? A. The Victoria Cross. B. The George Cross. C. The Order of the British Empire. D. The Knight Grand Cross. Answer B. The George Cross. The highest civilian award for bravery in the UK is the George Cross. Question 38. Which British city is known for its universities and punting? A. Oxford. B. Cambridge. C. London. D. Edinburgh. Answer B. Cambridge. Cambridge is known for its universities and punting. Question 39. What is the largest national park in England? A. Peak District. B. Lake District. C. Yorkshire Dales. D. South Downs. Answer B. Lake District. The largest national park in England is the Lake District. Question 40. Who wrote Pride and Prejudice? A. Jane Austen. B. Charlotte Bronte. C. Emily Bronte. D. Virginia Woolf. Answer A. Jane Austen. Jane Austen wrote Pride and Prejudice. Question 41. What historical event is celebrated with bonfires on Bonfire Night? A. The signing of the Magna Carta. B. The end of the English Civil War. C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. D. The Battle of Britain. Answer C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. The historical event celebrated with bonfires on Bonfire Night is the Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Question 42. How is the UK's constitution primarily documented? A. In a single written document. B. Through historical documents, legal statutes and conventions. C. In the Magna Carta alone. D. Through oral traditions. Answer. B. Through historical documents, legal statutes and conventions. The UK's constitution is primarily documented through historical documents, legal statutes and conventions. Question 43. What is the main duty of the Secretary of State for Education? A. To manage foreign diplomatic relations. B. To oversee the country's finances. C. To regulate the energy sector. D. To oversee the education system and policy. Answer. D. To oversee the education system and policy. The main duty of the Secretary of State for Education is to oversee the education system and policy. Question 44. Which court is the highest in the UK? A. The Supreme Court. B. The High Court. C. The Court of Appeal. D. The Magistrates' Court. Answer. A. The Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the UK. Question 45. What landmark document in 1215 limited the powers of the monarch? A. The Bill of Rights. B. The Magna Carta. C. The Charter of Liberties. D. The Act of Settlement. Answer. B. The Magna Carta. The landmark document that limited the powers of the monarch in 1215 is the Magna Carta. Question 46. Who is responsible for appointing judges in the UK? A. The Prime Minister. B. The Monarch. C. The Lord Chancellor. D. The Attorney General. Answer. C. The Lord Chancellor. The Lord Chancellor is responsible for appointing judges in the UK. Question 47. What are the core principles of the British Constitution? A. The supremacy of the monarch, theocracy and aristocracy. B. Democracy, the rule of law and respect for rights and freedoms. C. Feudalism, divine right of kings and serfdom. D. Capitalism, free trade and privatization. Answer. B. Democracy, the rule of law and respect for rights and freedoms. The core principles of the British Constitution are democracy, the rule of law and respect for rights and freedoms. Question 48. Name a British film that has won an Academy Award. A. The King's Speech. B. Harry Potter series. C. James Bond series. D. Sherlock Holmes. Answer. A. The King's Speech. The King's Speech is a British film that has won an Academy Award. Question 49. What year did the UK host the Olympic Games for the third time? A. 1948. B. 2012. C. 1908. D. 2000. Answer. B. 2012. The UK hosted the Olympic Games for the third time in 2012. Question 50. What is the significance of the 5 giants in British social policy? A. They are the 5 largest cities in the UK. B. They refer to the major political parties in the UK. C. They are the 5 challenges identified by the Beveridge Report: want, disease, ignorance, squalor, and idleness. D. They are the founding members of the United Nations from the UK. Answer: C. They are the 5 challenges identified by the Beveridge Report: want, disease, ignorance, squalor, and idleness. The 5 giants in British social policy refer to these challenges. Question 51. Describe the main responsibility of the Home Secretary. A. To manage the country's finances. B. To oversee domestic security and immigration. C. To conduct foreign affairs. D. To lead the Education Department. Answer: B. To oversee domestic security and immigration. The main responsibility of the Home Secretary is to oversee domestic security and immigration. Question 52. What historical figure is known as the father of the English Navy? A. Sir Francis Drake. B. Henry VIII. C. Winston Churchill. D. Lord Nelson. Answer: B. Henry VIII. Henry VIII is known as the father of the English Navy. Question 53. What is the UK's stance on the death penalty? A. It is widely used for major crimes. B. It is allowed only in wartime. C. It has been abolished for all crimes. D. It is used only for treason. Answer: C. It has been abolished for all crimes. The UK's stance on the death penalty is that it has been abolished for all crimes. Question 54. Who was the first woman to be elected to the House of Commons? A. Margaret Thatcher. B. Nancy Astor. C. Indira Gandhi. D. Angela Merkel. Answer: B. Nancy Astor. Nancy Astor was the first woman to be elected to the House of Commons. Question 55. Name the operation that marked the beginning of the end of World War II. A. Operation Barbarossa. B. Operation Overlord. C. The Battle of Britain. D. The Blitz. Answer: B. Operation Overlord. Operation Overlord marked the beginning of the end of World War II. Question 56. What British invention had a major impact on the Industrial Revolution? A. The steam engine. B. The light bulb. C. The Internet. D. The telephone. Answer: A. The steam engine. The steam engine had a major impact on the Industrial Revolution. Question 57. What does the royal assent signify in the legislative process? A. The Prime Minister's approval of a bill. B. The official publication of a new law. C. The monarch's formal approval of a bill, making it an act of Parliament. D. The public's acceptance of a new law. Answer: C. The monarch's formal approval of a bill, making it an act of Parliament. The royal assent signifies the monarch's formal approval in the legislative process. Question 58. Name the first national public health service in the world. A. The National Health Service, NHS, of the UK. B. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, of the USA. C. The World Health Organization, WHO. D. The Public Health Service of Canada. Answer: A. The National Health Service, NHS, of the UK. The NHS is the first national public health service in the world. Question 59. Who is known for their radio broadcasts during World War II? A. Neville Chamberlain. B. Winston Churchill. C. Franklin D. Roosevelt. D. Charles de Gaulle. Answer: B. Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill is known for his radio broadcasts during World War II. Question 60. What is the primary role of the Speaker of the House of Commons? A. To represent the UK in international meetings. B. To lead the ruling political party. C. To preside over debates, maintaining order and deciding who may speak. D. To act as the head of state. Answer. C. To preside over debates, maintaining order and deciding who may speak. The primary role of the Speaker of the House of Commons is to preside over debates, maintaining order and deciding who may speak. Question 61. Describe the significance of the Good Friday Agreement. A. It ended the War of the Roses. B. It marked the independence of India from British rule. C. It was a peace agreement that largely ended the conflict in Northern Ireland. D. It established the United Kingdom. Answer. C. It was a peace agreement that largely ended the conflict in Northern Ireland. The Good Friday Agreement is significant because it largely ended the conflict in Northern Ireland. Question 62. What is the primary focus of the Department for Work and Pensions? A. Managing the country's defence. B. Overseeing the National Health Service. C. Administering welfare and pension policies. D. Regulating education standards. Answer. C. Administering welfare and pension policies. The primary focus of the Department for Work and Pensions is administering welfare and pension policies. Question 63. Who must a bill pass through before becoming law in the UK? A. The Prime Minister alone. B. The House of Commons and the House of Lords then receive royal assent. C. The Supreme Court. D. The European Parliament. Answer. B. The House of Commons and the House of Lords then receive royal assent. A bill must pass through both the House of Commons and the House of Lords and then receive royal assent before becoming law in the UK. Question 64. What are the legal responsibilities of a UK citizen? A. To vote in all elections. B. To serve in the military. C. To obey the law, serve on a jury when called, and pay taxes. D. To attend school until the age of 21. Answer. C. To obey the law, serve on a jury when called, and pay taxes. The legal responsibilities of a UK citizen include obeying the law, serving on a jury when called, and paying taxes. Question 65. Describe the main function of the Supreme Court. A. To elect the Prime Minister. B. To oversee parliamentary elections. C. To be the final court of appeal in the UK for civil cases and for criminal cases from England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. D. To legislate new laws. Answer. C. To be the final court of appeal in the UK for civil cases and for criminal cases from England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The main function of the Supreme Court is to be the final court of appeal. Question 66. What is a famous British contribution to global culture? A. The invention of the automobile. B. The spread of the English language. C. The creation of the World Wide Web. D. The first manned flight. Answer. B. The spread of the English language. A famous British contribution to global culture is the spread of the English language. Question 67. Who was the monarch during the Victorian era? A. Queen Victoria. B. Queen Elizabeth I. C. King George III. D. Queen Elizabeth II. Answer. A. Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was the monarch during the Victorian era. Question 68. What was the main goal of the suffragettes? A. To end the British monarchy. B. To gain equal pay for women. C. To secure the right to vote for women. D. To abolish the slave trade. Answer: C. To secure the right to vote for women. The main goal of the suffragettes was to secure the right to vote for women. Question 69. What does the term constitutional monarchy mean? A. The monarch has absolute power. B. The monarchy is purely ceremonial with no real power. C. The monarch's powers are defined and limited by a constitution. D. The country operates under a republic system with a figurehead monarch. Answer: C. The monarch's powers are defined and limited by a constitution. The term constitutional monarchy means the monarch's powers are defined and limited by a constitution. Question 70. Name a British discovery that changed modern science. A. Penicillin. B. The theory of relativity. C. The telephone. D. The Internet. Answer: A. Penicillin. Penicillin is a British discovery that changed modern science. Question 71. What is the main symbol of the authority of the House of Commons? A. The crown. B. The Speaker's chair. C. The mace. D. The black rod. Answer: C. The mace. The main symbol of the authority of the House of Commons is the mace. Question 72. Who was the longest-serving Prime Minister of the 20th century? A. Winston Churchill. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Tony Blair. D. Harold Wilson. Answer: B. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the longest-serving Prime Minister of the 20th century. Question 73. What is the significance of Hadrian's Wall? A. It was the first wall built around London for defence. B. It marked the boundary of the Roman Empire in Britain. C. It was a defensive fortification against Viking invasions. D. It represented the division between England and Scotland. Answer: B. It marked the boundary of the Roman Empire in Britain. Hadrian's Wall is significant as it marked the northern limit of the Roman Empire in Britain. Question 74. Name a British Nobel laureate in physics. A. Charles Darwin. B. Peter Higgs. C. Isaac Newton. D. Stephen Hawking. Answer: B. Peter Higgs. Peter Higgs is a British Nobel laureate in physics, known for his work on the Higgs boson particle. Question 75. What principle governs the British legal system? A. The principle of divine right. B. The principle of parliamentary sovereignty. C. The principle of judicial independence. D. The principle of the rule of law. Answer: D. The principle of the rule of law. The British legal system is governed by the principle of the rule of law, which means that everyone is subject to the law. Question 76. What festival is widely celebrated in Wales on March 1st? A. St. Andrew's Day. B. St. David's Day. C. St. George's Day. D. St. Patrick's Day. Answer: B. St. David's Day. St. David's Day is widely celebrated in Wales on March 1st in honour of the patron saint of Wales. Question 77. Who was the architect behind the redesign of the City of London after the Great Fire of 1666? A. Inigo Jones. B. Christopher Wren. C. John Nash. D. George Gilbert Scott. Answer: B. Christopher Wren. Sir Christopher Wren was the architect behind the redesign of the City of London after the Great Fire of 1666. Question 78. What does the term devolution refer to in the UK context? A. The transfer of powers from the European Union to the UK. B. The distribution of powers from the federal government to the states. C. The transfer of powers from the central government to regional or local governments. D. The process of decolonisation and granting independence to colonies. Answer: C. The transfer of powers from the central government to regional or local governments. In the UK context, devolution refers to the transfer of certain powers from the central government to regional or local governments, such as those in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Question 79. Name a significant British contribution to global peace efforts. A. The establishment of the League of Nations. B. The drafting of the United Nations Charter. C. The creation of the Nobel Peace Prize. D. The founding of the Red Cross. Answer: B. The drafting of the United Nations Charter. British contribution to global peace efforts includes significant roles in the drafting of the United Nations Charter, aimed at promoting peace and cooperation among nations. Question 80. Who was the first Briton in space? A. Tim Peake. B. Helen Sharman. C. Michael Foale. D. Piers Sellers. Answer: B. Helen Sharman. Helen Sharman was the first Briton in space, travelling to the Mir space station in 1991. Question 81. What is the main role of the Chancellor of the Exchequer? A. To oversee the country's education system. B. To lead the National Defence Ministry. C. To manage the country's economy and public finances. D. To handle foreign relations and diplomacy. Answer: C. To manage the country's economy and public finances. The main role of the Chancellor of the Exchequer is to manage the country's economy and public finances. Question 82. Name a key figure in the British abolition of the slave trade. A. William Wilberforce. B. Oliver Cromwell. C. Winston Churchill. D. Margaret Thatcher. Answer: A. William Wilberforce. William Wilberforce was a key figure in the British abolition of the slave trade. Question 83. What is the significance of the Union Jack? A. It is the flag of the English monarchy. B. It represents the union of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. C. It is the personal flag of the Prime Minister. D. It was the flag of the British Empire during its colonisation efforts. Answer: B. It represents the union of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The significance of the Union Jack is that it represents the union of these countries. Question 84. What British event is known for its display of military pomp and pageantry? A. The changing of the guard. B. The state opening of Parliament. C. The trooping the colour. D. Remembrance Sunday. Answer: C. The trooping the colour. The trooping the colour is known for its display of military pomp and pageantry. Question 85. Name a pioneering British computer scientist. A. Isaac Newton. B. Charles Babbage. C. Stephen Hawking. D. Alan Turing. Answer: D. Alan Turing. Alan Turing was a pioneering British computer scientist. Question 86. What is the main purpose of the British jury system? A. To advise the judge on points of law. B. To determine the guilt or innocence of a defendant in a trial. C. To elect members of Parliament. D. To review and set laws. Answer. B. To determine the guilt or innocence of a defendant in a trial. The main purpose of the British jury system is to determine the guilt or innocence of a defendant in a trial. Question 87. Who is the patron saint of England? A. Saint George. B. Saint David. C. Saint Patrick. D. Saint Andrew. Answer. A. Saint George. The patron saint of England is Saint George. Question 88. What is the primary function of the Bank of England? A. To collect taxes. B. To serve as the government's bank and manage the country's currency and monetary policy. C. To regulate all the banks in the UK. D. To provide loans to students. Answer. B. To serve as the government's bank and manage the country's currency and monetary policy. The primary function of the Bank of England is to serve as the government's bank and manage the country's currency and monetary policy. Question 89. Describe the significance of the British Bill of Rights. A. It ended the British monarchy. B. It declared independence from France. C. It laid down limits on the powers of the Crown and set out the rights of Parliament and rules for freedom of speech in Parliament, the requirement for regular elections to Parliament, and the right to petition the monarch without fear of retribution. D. It established the United Kingdom. Answer. C. It laid down limits on the powers of the Crown and set out the rights of Parliament and rules for freedom of speech in Parliament, the requirement for regular elections to Parliament, and the right to petition the monarch without fear of retribution. The British Bill of Rights is significant for these reasons. Question 90. Who was a British monarch associated with the establishment of the Church of England? A. King Henry VIII. B. Queen Elizabeth I. C. King James I. D. Queen Victoria. Answer. A. King Henry VIII. King Henry VIII was the British monarch associated with the establishment of the Church of England. Question 91. Name a key battle in British history and its significance. A. The Battle of Hastings. It marked the beginning of Norman rule in England. B. The Battle of Agincourt. It was a significant victory in the 100 Years' War between England and France. C. The Battle of Waterloo. It ended Napoleon's rule and marked the beginning of a period of peace in Europe. D. The Battle of Britain. It was a major World War II campaign and marked the first defeat of Hitler's military forces. Answer. D. The Battle of Britain. It was a major World War II campaign and marked the first defeat of Hitler's military forces. The Battle of Britain is significant for these reasons. Question 92. What is the significance of the crown jewels? A. They are symbols of the monarchy's wealth. B. They represent the authority and sovereignty of the monarch. C. They are gifts from foreign nations. D. They are used as collateral for national loans. Answer. B. They represent the authority and sovereignty of the monarch. The crown jewels are significant because they represent the authority and sovereignty of the monarch. Question 93. Name a British cultural institution founded in the 18th century. A. The British Museum. B. The National Gallery. C. the Tate Modern. D. The Victoria and Albert Museum. Answer A. The British Museum. The British Museum, founded in 1753, is a British cultural institution established in the 18th century. Question 94. Describe the impact of the British Empire on world history. A. It led to the spread of communism. B. It facilitated the global spread of the English language and British cultural norms, established trade routes, and sometimes resulted in the exploitation and displacement of indigenous peoples. C. It prevented the spread of industrialization. D. It had minimal impact outside of Europe. Answer B. It facilitated the global spread of the English language and British cultural norms, established trade routes, and sometimes resulted in the exploitation and displacement of indigenous peoples. The British Empire had a significant impact on world history in these ways. Question 95. Who was a famous British explorer? A. Neil Armstrong. B. Christopher Columbus. C. Sir Walter Raleigh. D. Ferdinand Magellan. Answer C. Sir Walter Raleigh. Sir Walter Raleigh was a famous British explorer known for his expeditions to the Americas. Question 96. What landmark legal document established the principle of habeas corpus? A. The Magna Carta. B. The Petition of Right. C. The Habeas Corpus Act. D. The Bill of Rights. Answer C. The Habeas Corpus Act. The Habeas Corpus Act is the landmark legal document that established the principle of habeas corpus. Question 97. Name a significant reform in the UK electoral system. A. The introduction of the secret ballot. B. The extension of voting rights to women. C. The lowering of the voting age to 18. D. All of the above. Answer D. All of the above. All of these are significant reforms in the UK electoral system. Question 98. What is the significance of the Tower of London in British history? A. It was the site of the signing of the Magna Carta. B. It served as a royal residence, a treasury and a prison, and is notable for its role in the history of the UK, including housing the crown jewels. C. It is the birthplace of Queen Elizabeth II. D. It was the primary location for the drafting of the UK's constitution. Answer B. It served as a royal residence, a treasury, and a prison, and is notable for its role in the history of the UK, including housing the crown jewels. The Tower of London is significant for these reasons. Question 99. Who is known as the founder of the British Royal Navy? A. Sir Francis Drake. B. Henry VIII. C. Elizabeth I. D. Admiral Nelson. Answer B. Henry VIII. Henry VIII is known as the founder of the British Royal Navy. Question 100. Describe the role of the British monarch in the government. A. The monarch has absolute power and makes all governmental decisions. B. The monarch's role is primarily ceremonial, with actual political power being exercised by Parliament and the Prime Minister. C. The monarch is responsible for electing the Prime Minister. D. The monarch directly governs the country's colonies. Answer B. The monarch's role is primarily ceremonial, with actual political power being exercised by Parliament and the Prime Minister. The role of the British monarch in the government is primarily ceremonial. Question 101. What is the significance of the River Thames in London's history? A. It was the main defensive barrier against invasions. B. It is the longest river in the UK and has been a major highway for trade and commerce throughout London's history. C. It was the original location of the London Bridge. D. It is named after the Roman emperor who founded London. Answer: B. It is the longest river in the UK and has been a major highway for trade and commerce throughout London's history. The River Thames is significant for being a major highway for trade and commerce in London's history.